Atrios made this point. He did a post today about this story about Glenn Youngkin. There was a kid, 17-year-old kid, high school student in Virginia, who posted on Twitter. This kid, Ethan Lynn, retweeted a report from the Richmond Public Radio Station. Just retweeted a report from the public radio station suggesting that Youngkin might be scrapping efforts pursued under two previous governors, Northam and Democrat Terry McAuliffe, to highlight the history of enslaved people at the governor's executive mansion. And apparently, the report contained an error. Lynn noted this on Twitter's hour later when the correction was issued.
Yes, the 17-year-old high school student noted the correction.
But before then, exactly. But before then, Team Youngkin, which is the official Twitter account for Youngkin's campaign. I just want you to imagine if, like, I don't know, pick like if AOC, Team AOC did this.
After a Covington Catholic kid.
Yeah. But never mind that. Like somebody who's completely not even in the news. Like, or, you know, Team Pelosi or Team Clinton or Team whomever. Doesn't matter. They attacked this kid, posting a photo of the teen with Northam taken at a Democratic fundraiser in October. Here's a picture of Ethan with a man that had blackface KKK photo in his yearbook, Team Youngkin tweeted. Pairing the October photo with a racist picture from Northam in 1984.
Responding to this 17-year-old kid on Twitter.
Now, if it was Team AOC that did this to a random Republican teenager who retweeted a report from, let's say, public radio or Fox or wherever, this would be the news of the day. Yeah. You would not be able to put Twitter on. You would not be able to put Instagram on. You would not be able to turn on the TV where you would not hear about this.
Tucker would be on location.
Tucker would be on location. The kid's picture would be, you know, Tucker would be there defending them.
He and Kyle Rittenhouse would be doing like a joint venture at a Turning Points USA, speaking together, holding hands in the air.
There would be a multi-million-dollar GoFundMe to sue, you know, and to charge and lawsuits and it is perfectly, well, not perfectly, but it is certainly understandable for people to say the Democrats aren't incompetent. They secretly don't want any of their agenda to pass, et cetera, et cetera. I can understand that. I think it's wrong and it's misguided and it's silly, but I can understand how someone would say that. But this is evidence of failing to take advantage of the moment. I mean, there should be, you know, some of these outside expenditure groups, somebody, you know, like there should be a concerted effort to take a piece out of Youngkin right now from this, attacking teenagers. Like, this is what you do. You don't just wait 2 years, 4 years until the election comes. You start to take a piece out of this guy right now. That's just politics. And so in that respect, you know, they're bad at it. They're bad at it both in terms of that, and they're bad at it in saying, like, you know, I mean, George Bush, Donald Trump, when George Bush sent out $300 one time.
Yeah.
In 2003, was it? Some type of tax rebate. Maybe it was 2006. Or, I can't remember. It was a note from George Bush in your check. And this is, the Democrats passed a bill that gave parents $300 per kid for the better part of the year. And then they just walked away and never talked about it again.
How about the fact, I mean, there's a fairly direct comparison here. Glenn Youngkin's son, who's also 17, tried to vote. What was it, twice?
Twice.
for his father.
Yes.
If we're going to scold teenage boys with official campaign messaging.
And Glenn Youngkin was like, how could the media do this? And he went out on an all-out tour to basically say, why are you attacking my son? And have we heard anything? I shouldn't say that. Have we heard anything from the Democratic Party?
Yep.
Yeah, no. And that's how you make the media, like, in the way that you were responding to the caller. The media is not going to take up an issue for the Democrats unless they push it. And Republicans are experts at that, and Democrats are terrible at it.
Terrible.
Yeah. I think people, like, the media is all owned by capitalists, too. Like, I think people shouldn't expect, like, them to just be on the side of social justice just because that's the right thing to do.